hopefully this will work. Sorry guys, I'm a little late tonight. My tripod decided to just break, so I'm a little late. And so I apologize for that. And let's see here. I normally try to wait for a few people to pop on. So let me give you guys a second to do that. And I apologize for the level of the camera tonight. So I'm gonna have to be down on my knees, which is good, you know, be down on our knees. We're always down on our knees. Anyway, I am coming in here to share with you guys what we're going to do with this piece. And so when you jump on here, let me know you're here. Hopefully I don't have it messed up. Sorry, like I say, the camera's low tonight and I might have to try to adjust it. I don't really have a good means of doing that right now, so I apologize. It decided to just break in my hands when I was getting ready to do the broadcast this evening. So let me know you're here if you are. And I want to swipe this. I don't remember which way it goes, if that's silent mode or what the deal is, but hopefully we are on. We suffered some internet connection issues last Thursday, so I'm not sure if we're suffering that now, but hopefully we won't be. It doesn't claim that it's recording just yet, so as soon as somebody jumps on, lets me know that they are here with us. I'm hoping we will get to get started here. And working on this French Provincial piece, I came on Thursday, I believe it was. We cleaned this piece and we cleaned it with our White Lightning cleaner. So that's what I use, this cleaner, to clean our piece first. And obviously you can see on the broadcast screen, it probably looks a little bit shiny, but I can assure you I came in and I cleaned it and I used our Scotch-Brite to kind of degloss it, if you will, and take any shine that was on it off, because it does not have a laminate top. It's a good solid top, and so I don't really have to worry about slick stick on the top. I don't believe. It's not a laminate surface. It is a painted surface, so it's a little different kind of paint on these vintage pieces. So we're going to continue on working on this particular set. I have the vanity, as you guys know, if you were here with us on Thursday, that the vanity is part of this piece, but I am kind of painting these two separately, so I'm not painting them together as a pair. So we'll do the reveal on that vanity a little bit later. I have been working on that behind the scenes, and I'm doing something a little different with that, so hopefully it'll be a good surprise for you guys. So if you're new here to our page, again, I apologize for the camera being low. My tripod busted on me, and we are here. I am Kimberly. I work with Unique Finds and Designs, Furniture and Decor, and I'm a local furniture artist featuring Dixie Belle paint products. So tonight we're going to be working on the French Provincial, which we spoke of last week. I do have my water bottle and my mist bottle. When I first start painting anything, I always start with a damp brush. I have been painting today, so my oval medium brush is damp. I also used my flat mini by Dixie Belle, so these are both Dixie Belle brushes. And I used this one today, and I put the clear coat satin on with this one. It really goes on nicely, nice and thin coats, and it works really well with this synthetic brush. And tonight I'm going to be painting, I've been painting all of my pieces with my oval medium, so that's what I'm using tonight. So that's what I'm going to be working with this piece. Now, I spoke to you guys a little bit about color. Hey Kathy, thank you for letting me know you're here. This is going to be for you, Kathy. This is going to be colors that you're going to really like, because I've painted a couple pieces for you, and I know your color. So this is Dixie Belle, and it is Daisy. Okay, yes, I'm thinking spring. The weather's been warm, so here is this. And then we have the Cosmic Roses. Look at the blues. So can you imagine these two together, if I can get them right? Again, I apologize, my camera's all messed up. So these two colors, and I'm gonna show you, of course, the white that you're seeing in this is not in the transfer. It's more, that's just the backing on it. So it's blues with the gold writing all around it. Maybe you guys can see that if I get it in a little closer. So you guys know I'm going to be using that on these two, on this piece, and try incorporating these two designs. There are actual three. If you look, there is a design here, and this design in the center. Plus, you can kind of see some gold writing and different things in there. So I think it will show up nicely. I'm hoping it'll show up nicely on this yellow. And now that I'm looking at that gold on there. But we will tweak it out and we will see where we go with it. But I was thinking of the daisy color, and stop me right now if y'all think I shouldn't paint it this color. So this is kind of a hard decision. I know blues. I also thought about using our Bunker Hill blue and blending these two together, which would be kind of a unique, different kind of vibe. But with the blue florals, I think the blue florals would look gorgeous on this. You don't have to use the lettering. You can save your lettering and use your lettering on these for another project and just kind of tweak it out the way you see it. So, so I'm going to get started. And I do want to mention a few things. I know I had a few things going on this week. I've been working at the space at Cooper's Vintage Village, as well as some of our other places. And what I want to say, we do have some workshops coming up. So we have 2 workshops coming up. The 22nd, February 22nd. We have I'm going to spray my brush, you guys. You guys know I always start with a damp brush. This one's already pretty damp. And, but we do have a Bring Your Own Piece workshop coming in the 22nd. So you can look forward to that or check it out. Now, if you get your paint on here and you decide that you don't like this color, you can always come back out and change the color another day. If you get it on there and you just really think it's just too bold. You can also come in the next day and blend it down with some lighter colors and kind of tweak it and change it around. So don't be afraid to use color, and you can pretty much start anywhere you want. And I don't know if I can tweak this camera over, and I apologize, my big hand's gonna be in the way here. And let me see, I'm not sure if my volume is even up. So Kathy, you can tell me if it is or isn't, because this is just gonna be trial and tribulation tonight. Because, I want to make sure it's up, because I don't really have my tripod working with me this evening. So that's why it's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm out here and I'm gonna have to be on the floor because of the tripod scene. So I'm not going to wet my piece. I'm going to wet my piece the second go around, not on my when I first start. Hopefully y'all can see where I'm working. So I'm just going to get in here, and it's probably going to be, oh my gosh, bold. But don't be afraid to just jump in and do something different. It's okay. Again, back with the workshops, we will be doing a Bring Your Own Piece workshop, Habitat for Humanity, 22nd, and at 2 to 4, from 2 to 4 I should say. And then we're also doing this upcoming weekend, which is the 8th. We are doing a Valentine vase, vintage Valentine vase with silk florals. So, and that's at Cooper's Vintage Village. The Bring Your Own Piece is a Habitat for Humanity. So if anybody's interested in jumping in on either of those, we will be having both of those going on. So yes, I was thinking along the lines of, yes, and I'm painting mine right in where it stands. You guys can take your pieces apart however you like to do it. I'm just gonna come in here and get started on mine. It's been waiting and the weather's been so nice. I've just been working on different projects, mostly working on the vanity over there. So I did put a poll out and I asked some questions and was wondering about color. Didn't have a lot of response on the color. So I'm just gonna have to come in here and make it my own apparently. So I was trying to figure out, can you guys see? That looks bright and bold. This is the daisy. Now, there are other yellows, obviously. There are other out there, and I might just come in here and just get mine. And my paint, mine happens to be really thick. I added water to it, so if you need to, you guys can add water to thin your paint. And I did add a little bit of water to mine. Because it's been sitting and the climate's just been kind of crazy. So when it's cool and then damp and cold and then warms up and it just kind of tweaks your paint out a little bit. Don't be afraid to add some water. So this is going to be this, at this time I'm doing it in this color. But don't put it past me not to do a whole lot of something else to it. But this is just your basic undertone. Hey Andy, or is Missy using your phone? Are they at a rodeo tonight? And you're on the phone? Miss Melissa was asking me about painting the fireplace. And I was giving her some ideas on that. And I saw that Missy, hey girl. Hey Kathy. And I saw that Missy was painting her walls. She painted her walls in her house. Love the choice of color, the grays. And so this is called Daisy. This is, I call it kind of a sunny yellow, but it is the Daisy. And I just was kind of thinking springtime. And you know me, I'll probably blend another color in with it. And then I was going to add the Cosmic Roses to this piece. I think it will be really, really pretty. It'll be definitely something different, not something you see all the time. And in a case like this, you see, everybody knows me and the hardware, so you know I'm going to go over my hardware. I just kind of always do. Because I will tweak it back out. I love vintage hardware painted. I don't know what it is. It's just my preference. It most certainly does not have to be done that way. So this particular piece has lots of folds and bends in it. It's a beveled dresser, so obviously you're going to have to work with that, and with it being beveled, especially when you're blending. You see how your brush just kind of wants to pop over that edge. That can be an issue when you come into blending your pieces. And I'm actually adding water, a little bit of water to my brush because my paint is thick. So, but that's okay. I can use my brush, I can thin it, add a little bit of water. And this is what I mean by thick. You can see how thick it is on there. It's not even dripping off. But it's because I've had this can a while. I've had it in my workshop and we've used out of it. And so it's just kind of thickened up over time. And that's not hurting my paint in any way, shape, or form. Just thin it to the way you need it. So, and yes, I'm going every different direction. My hand's sore. I've been painting and cleaning and doing other things. So I'm just putting on your basic coat of, this is Dixie Belle chalk paint, created right out of Florida. So this is a Florida-based company. And I am just getting my base color on. So when we come in, we might start out with this color and then come back in your second coat and blend some other colors in. Probably looks really, from here and looking at the broadcast, it looks much bolder on the broadcast than it does in person for some reason. Might just be my lighting. So the yellow is definitely catching the light. But sometimes it's just fun to do something different. And I know I painted a couple of pieces. Hey, Miss Terry, how are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. Yes, I'm painting this bold color to catch up with you. This is Daisy. This is the Daisy color. And I am thinking springtime. Sorry you're looking at the back of my head while I'm painting. My tripod messed up on me tonight. Just before the broadcast, it said, I'm not going to work for you anymore. And now I'm and I've got y'all just sort of propped, like back in the old days when I first started. I was propping up my phone, and now I had to prop it up tonight. So it's probably not the best prop job, but you guys can probably see. Good, I'm glad you're doing well. So I'm painting in the Daisy yellow. And we are working with Cosmic Roses. So this is a most beautiful blue, and you can just imagine how pretty that's going to be against that yellow. So I did post a photo of a dresser out there. It was done by Leah, and it was the most beautiful dresser. And it was different than this one, but it was, I'm not sure if it was the same roses. It might have been even the same florals. And it was done in a sunny, I call this a sunny yellow. I don't know why I want to keep calling it sunny yellow, in the Daisy. But it would also look good in the Rebel Yellow, which is just a little softer. So I will probably get my heavy color on first, my darkest color, and then come in and tweak some of the lighter color in here. Don't be surprised if I go off of this and add more colors into it. I even have considered maybe coming in here with some Bunker Hill blue, but we shall see. You know, you never know. You never know with me. So I'm going to slide this way, and I'm going to have to try to move you guys ever so gently. Sorry. Again, I apologize. But, so yeah, we do have, and I've got my, my mist bottle here with me as well. So I'm just coming in here, and I do leave my drawers in place when I paint. And then I just kind of paint around the edges after I'm done, if I need to. Because sometimes in the older drawers, they'll push in. These are pretty good for putting on and that's a lot of trouble with a lot of transfers, depending on the age of your piece. There's no spacer in the back that keeps your piece from sliding when you're putting your transfer on. So in this case, this one does. So it should be, other than having these edges to go around, should be relatively simple to put on a transfer. That can be sometimes a bear when you're putting on a transfer. So I'm going to switch to the other side and try not to get paint all over me. And get this to where you guys can, whoa, if I don't fall over. So you guys can kind of see where I'm going with it. It does seem to be really, really, really bold. But spring is on the way. The groundhog came out, said spring is on the way. So you didn't have to tell me twice to get my sunny colors out and get going on them. So you see I'm kind of working it around and in the edges. This is the oval medium brush that I'm using by Dixie Belle. So again, I did obviously clean this piece. Now I'm going to put this coat of this very robust yellow. Now we have another yellow as well. You guys know we have Rebel Yellow and we have a lemonade color, and we also have Colonel Mustard. So Colonel Mustard is much more of a bold, darker color than this one. And like I say, if I decide I don't like it, I'll change it out. It's no big deal. But it's kind of fun sometimes to just go in and just jump right in and add some color. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna jump right in here and add some Florida sunshine to this little piece. So just bear with me. So I did not paint the vanity the same, even though they are a pair. I did do something totally different to the vanity. And I can't wait to show you guys what I've done to the vanity. But, and I have been working on it on the sidelines. So I've been looking, Miss Terry, for a server, French Provincial server. I've not found one, any other ones other than the one I have. And it's still in here, still in the workshop, still doing its thing. I did have it getting a little bit of sun the other day. When it was sun, opened the doors up and aired it out and let some of that warm sunshine in. So that was kind of nice. Working in not quite so cold climate is kind of nice. So my paint is really thick because I've had this color for a while and I've used it several times in the workshop for small little things. I just painted that vintage, we just painted those vases over the weekend, that workshop that we were talking about. We did that and I used this color and it looks so gorgeous on the vases. I really, really liked it. So I'm like, you know, maybe I'm going to use it on here. Oh, we'll see. Maybe too strong. I don't know. Sometimes a little added pop of color is good to a room. This could be any coastal. This would be very coastal too because of the color. So you could add this. If you had this in a room and you had it like at the beach or something, you could come in here and play off of it with whites and blues. I could see some gingham blue pillows and whatnot around where this piece would be, and it would just really play off the piece. So sometimes when I think of interior design, I'm thinking of a single pot piece that's kind of your statement piece, if you will, in your room, and then you can kind of just play off of your statement piece with your other, you know, your filler for decor. So that's kind of where I was leaning toward, was kind of being in that, along those thought process. That was my thought process when I began. And I haven't given up on it just yet. Sometimes we get in, we put these colors on and we think, oh my, that's some strong color. But, you know, you can come in here and tweak it down and blend some colors in. So this is just going to be just a basic coat of paint, if you will, on this piece. And you could, I guess, even right now, come in here and be blending the two together. But I'm going to just kind of get it on and work my thoughts around it. So this is why I feel like it's important when you're cleaning your piece and you're prepping your piece and you're getting ready to paint your piece. It just kind of gives you, kind of get in touch with your piece a little bit more when you are cleaning them. So what have you guys been doing and what have you been up to this week? I've been just kind of moving things around, spring cleaning at the locations, and just getting things kind of prepped for new items to come in. That's what I've been doing. What you all been up to? Like all of us, besides work. So again, I'm just getting this color on. So I could just see so many things going on with this as I'm looking at it. I'm sure tomorrow when I walk outside, I'm going to be like, what have I done? Going with such a bold color. You guys have any big plans for Valentine's? That's kind of why we were doing our bases, kind of a Valentine base. I don't know. I like to get fresh flowers, but also I love the silk florals because I know they last and last and last, and you can always put scents in them and spritz them with different perfumes and different things. So I tend to really like my silk florals, but I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. We're doing that in our workshop, and I just feel like they last so much longer and you get so much more out of them, longevity out of. Oh, this guy's heavy. I'm gonna just kind of turn it so you guys can see what I'm doing there. Again, I apologize. Can't really move my camera around much tonight because it's just kind of like, it is what it is. Now my paint is super thick. So I am adding some water because anytime you feel like your brush is dragging, it's probably a good idea to just get your water bottle. And I don't normally use water in this case with my first painting, but because my paint is so thick, it just makes it go on so much smoother. And so I am actually using it tonight, which is rare. I don't normally do that, but when your paint is thick, it does definitely help. As you can see, you can kind of see and hear the difference of how that's going on with it wet. Keeping a wet edge. And the pigmentation might be a little bit different on this particular jar, just because it is a little bit thick, which for me is not a problem. So just bear in mind, sometimes, you know, you add your water into it if your paint seems pretty thick, and mine is very thick. So this is just kind of a way to kind of help it along. I'm just misting it, and you see about how long. You guys know, you watch, if you're out here and you're watching these videos, you see how quickly you can turn just this pretty much of a drag. I mean, even though it's a nice French Provincial, it's just kind of outdated, and how quickly we can just kind of add some new life to it with color or paint. So you just get to see, kind of experience the paint a little bit, even though it's through broadcast. You get to see how the coverage is, and you can see how it just covers this piece with obviously no trouble at all. This is a yellow, but it's sort of it's not a real dark color, other than, so for your coverage, you see how quickly it covers on here. It just does a really great job. And I'm gonna get my hand painted there because I touched the edge. But just that quickly. It is pretty much just your basic coat of coverage on here. Now obviously when I put my florals in, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna tweak some of these areas out like I always do. And you guys will see that as we go along. And I will come back on here and show you guys when I start to put the florals on, if I continue to go this route or if I change my mind. And a lot of times I like to put something out here like this so you guys can see the boldness of the color, the coverage, and that sort of thing. So I'm just gonna keep painting here tonight. I'm gonna let you guys go enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm gonna go ahead and get the coverage on the rest of this piece, and then I'll jump back on here on Thursday, and you guys can see kind of where we're going with this on Thursday. And I have that reveal of that vanity. We'll see if I am done with it. So I'm painting these two double time in here, as well as working in the other spaces. So if you guys are interested in getting in a workshop, we do have it on the 22nd, February 22nd, 2 to 4. If you're interested in just painting some vintage vases with us and just experiencing the paint for the first time, you're welcome to come on out to Cooper's Vintage Village, and we will be hosting that there from 2 to 4 as well this Saturday, the 8th. So look forward to seeing you guys. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. I will check back with you guys and answer you guys as we get those comments coming in. So thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting on our post. We appreciate it. We hope you all have a blessed evening, and we'll see you again Thursday. Bye for now. Bye-bye.